aerial, hydraulically and electrically. To make that happen, we have to have a few things happening. Engine running, park brake applied, transmission and neutral. If we don't have that park brake signal, the aerial's not going to operate. And if you forget to turn the aerial off and you're leaving the scene, once you release the park brake, it will disengage. Right. Chalk and wheels. A lot of different departments have a lot of different SOPs on which wheels they want to chalk. Generally, we like to see the front tires chalked because the back tires may be up off the ground. We like to leave that front rubber on the ground if we can, okay? So if you can leave that front rubber, when I set this truck up before, there are safety pin holes on each jack leg. As you bring that jack up, you're going to see those safety pin holes. As a rule of thumb, quick rule of thumb setup on our aerial is 3 safety pin holes exposed on the rear, 2 on the front. That just takes the tire up a little bit off of the ground at the rear, leaves the front tire on the ground. So we would like to chalk the front wheels, but if you need to pick the front axle up off the ground to correct this truck back to level, and your back tag is on the ground, that's the one you want to chalk. Chalk your most effective tires. Does this have a front service brake?
Yes, it should have, I believe.
Okay.
Does not have the switch, no.
No.
No,
so there is no service brake on the front.
No, there's not.
The pads are down right now. They are stowed at the rear of the truck. They're going to be stowed in there with the handle down. So you put the bottom one in first, and then the top one, handle down, holds that one in. And then that black clip captures the outside lip, and that holds everybody into place, okay? Don't have your hand around that handle on the last one when you shove it in there, because you're gonna bust your knuckles.
It's gonna hurt.
You're gonna do. Yeah, it'll hurt. I don't have a lot to talk about the pump panel. Steve's gone through the valving pretty well, and I like the tag you put on there. That alleviates a lot of confusion. And you have an electric monitor for your electric water monitor, radio remote. Intercom, interface with the turntable and the platform basket. This is a power switch on, and volume, push to talk on the right. So if you want to talk to any one of the stations, you must push this button and talk at it. Release it to listen. Push to talk also at the turntable. Hands-free in the platform basket. And that is about it as far as the pump panel goes for me.
Is there a reason you wouldn't just leave that on?
Yeah, you could leave it on all the time if you like.
It's not going to hurt anything, is it?
Yeah, I'd probably leave it on. Most do.
Okay.
The rollout tray. This is where the pump operator needs to be standing when the aerial's in use. So you are not the ground when this aerial contacts a highline wire. When you're up on the step, you'll be insulated. So you really need to be up. And the aerial drain, I believe, is at the rear of the truck. Full valve. Get the water out of the tower, guys. You can get the water out of the tower in January and in July at the same time, right away. Get cold up here. You get winter up here big time. That water will freeze in that pipe, okay? Not that big column of water that's in that tube, but it's that small jacket of water that's in between the tubes that'll freeze rather quickly with the wind blowing and it's 20 below, okay? So get that water out of the tower when you're done flowing, and as long as you're flowing, you don't have any worries. Get the water out right away. Leave the aerial elevated up at an angle. It can be retracted, but leave it elevated up and pull your tower drain and then start picking your equipment up and get the water out. Okay? All right.
If you've been flowing, do you have to pull that before you retract?
No. As long as there's a butterfly valve underneath the water monitor in the platform basket, okay? It's a hand-operated butterfly valve. As long as that butterfly valve is open, and I'm going to tell you to leave that open all the time, so when you do retract the ladder, with all the valves shut, water just bilges out the tip. We don't capture any water in there. But if you had that butterfly valve closed at the tip, and you had your butterfly valve, your aerial discharge valve closed here, if the relief valve ever failed in the water system, you would certainly blow the water pipe up, okay? But leave that tip open all the time and you won't have any problems. The outrigger control station and your operator station here to move the outrigger beams. Simply with the aerial on, you're going to see these two lights on, and this red outrigger not extended light will be on. To activate the outriggers, you turn this switch on, and I think I'll just start the truck up right now.
They sent up, they gave it a hose